Welcome to Mixtapes and Tasty Cakes with your host Bert Laporte, Damian Monte Carlo, and Angry Mike D. Alright, sit back and enjoy the ride as they talk about all things that rock and other useless knowledge you don't care about. And remember, every asshole has an opinion. This is theirs. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of Mixtapes and Tasty Cakes. I'm here with Mike D. Damian, not in sight. Very busy this week. He's got some stuff going on, so he might not even be back next week. I know next week he goes away for that little drum competition in, I think, Indiana. I could be wrong.
Is that like a real drum competition, or is that the ones where they just do the speed thing?
No, I don't know. It's something that Tama does. He works for Tama, so yeah.
Do you ever see them things? You ever see the speed drums? It's weird.
I don't know.
It's like they have the two drumsticks, and there's like a little drum pad. They're like this big, and they sit there and they just go, and the other one just kind of keeps their rhythm. I mean, it's not even playing the drums. It's just who can like that.
Nah, it's. I think it's more like colleges and shit like that. I think marching band stuff, kind of that stuff. But it's pretty neat. He said. I mean, he'll explain it better than I would, of course. It's a pretty big production they do down there, and I think Tama works with them. So we got a couple things for you today. We're going to do two separate episodes. So we're going to do the first one, and then we'll come back and we'll do the second one. We're going to cut them in half. So, if you don't want to hear one, you don't have to. That's how it goes. So the way we do it here, we're rating the new some new music here. So the way we do it is that it's ranked. Each song's ranked from 1 to 10. We give it a ranking, and then we take both numbers. Would just be mine and Mike's right now. Combine them, come out with an average. Come with the least favorite song to the favorite song off the record, and final tally for us. 1 to 5, not so good. 6 is not bad. 7's pretty damn good. 7.5 to 8's really good, and 8 to 8.5 is you should really get it, and then 9 to 10 is incredible. So that's where we're at here. Don't forget, we start off with the least. So take your time, listen in. It gets better as it goes along. Okay, so we're going to do Rosalie Cunningham. Give you a little background on her. She's an English singer-songwriter, former member of Ipso Facto, and Person is her other band that she was in. She went solo in 2017 and released 3 solo records. First one in 2019, Rosalie Cunningham. Second one, 2022, was two-piece puzzle, which I think is probably my favorite from her. And 2024, To Shoot Another Day, which is the one we're going to review today. So that being said, here we go. Rosalie Cunningham, To Shoot Another Day. Coming in at number 11. Home. What do you have, Mike?
Well, I don't know. It was just a very kind of blah song, kind of on the corny side for me. I really like Rosalie Cunningham. For me to give this a 5.5, it was just kind of bleh. In a way, it's like I'm glad it's at the end of the album, but another part of me, I'm like, man, it's like you just got to hit that end of the album with a killer track. I'm sorry, like it's kind of just missed the mark for me all around.
Right. Home. I gave Home a 6. It's a typical kind of last song on the record. That a lot of people do. It's a total throwback song. The guitars are really cool, though. Her voice sounds great throughout the whole album. But overall, this really is not my kind of song, so I gave it a 6. Coming in at number 10, Timothy Martin's Conditioning School. What do you got there, Mike?
Yeah, I'm kind of on the fence with this one. I gave it a 6. It felt like I don't know, like it was out of a production, like a musical or something like that.
Exactly.
I mean, but it had some really cool stuff going on. It really did. And her vocals are good in it, and everything's, like it's good, but it's just, I don't know. Is it too kitschy for me? Is that the word? Kitschy? I don't know. It just felt like a forced play kind of song. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just it kind of missed the mark on me. It wasn't horrible because it had some really cool things going on. The production's really good, so it's hard to really like say anything's really terrible in this album.
No. I gave Timothy Martin's Conditioning School a 5.5. This could have been a Ween song. It's a bit High School Musical for me. Not bad, but definitely not for me. But if it was Ween that did it, it would have worked. It would have been a little silly, tongue in cheek, and it would have worked if it was them. But I could see them doing something like this. This is my lowest score on the record. So yeah, I'm not a big fan. It just sounds like a Grease play.
I kind of like that she does go out of the box and does what she wants to do. You know, she's more of an artist than,
Absolutely.
so I give her passes on a lot of things because she's trying different stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Coming in at number 9, Stepped Out of Time. What do you got there, Mike?
Stepped Out of Time. Awesome music. I like the middle parts in this. And I probably should have rated this one higher. I mean, this is more of a grower kind of song. I mean, I gave this a 6.5. I could have easily gave it a 7.5, which is probably what I should have gave it. Like, I honestly felt like I listened to this maybe 3-4 times, and I still feel like I needed to listen to it more because it's still there's just so much stuff going on, and it feels like it gets just a little bit better every time.
It does. It does. It does. Stepped Out of Time. I gave it a 6.5 also. Another song, it's got a cool melody and neat little middle part in the song, which makes the song work even better for my ears. You know, it gets better during that middle part. But it's still background music for me. A little low on the list for me. Coming in number 8, Denim Eyes. What do you got, Mike?
Another one, very kind of boring to me. Decent music. I might have probably should have gave this one lower, but I gave it a 6.5. Very, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe this one. It's kind of maybe a little bit on the countryside, or I don't know.
Yeah.
But really not my thing on this one.
Yeah, I see Denim Eyes as a poppy song with some cool backups. Not one of my favorites. Not really into this one. I gave it a 6.5. Coming at number 7, Heavy Pencil. What do you got, Mike?
And I believe this is one of the ones that she released.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I like this one. It's got that cool 70s vibe with it. And it's really just more of what she does. You know, there's nothing really that strays off the path of the first 2 albums with this one. It's got a very throwback feel to it. Probably from the 60s, little like I picture somebody barefoot in the grass on this.
Yeah. Heavy Pencil for me, I gave it a 6. A bit of jazz and funk going on in this one. A little psychedelic. It's kind of cool. Melody's decent. Real cool middle part again. It pushes a little higher in the score because of that middle part. But overall, it's okay. I gave it a 6. It's okay. It's better than average. Coming at number 6, To Shoot Another Day. What do you got there, Mike? Title track.
Another one like this almost felt like the Timothy Martin's Conditioning School to me. It felt like a play. It's the first track on the album, and I mean, it's got some really cool music in it. I just felt like not a good opener. That's just me, and it's not a terrible track, but just I don't know. For me, in openers, it's got to be something that grabs you.
Right.
And I think for some reason, like honestly, like this kind of like maybe on the first couple of listens to, I'm like, it kind of sets the pace of the album where it's like, I think if it was something else, it could have changed the album a little bit.
Yep. To Shoot Another Day, I gave it an 8. I like the big opening to the song. Good verse melody with some cool keys going on. Nice little build up in the pre-chorus. The chorus sounds like it could have been on the Grease movie, though. Like I keep saying that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the guitar bend hooks. I mean, there's some really cool stuff in it musically. That made it score higher for me. The more I listen to this one's definitely a grower. This went from a 6 to an 8 after a couple listens. So this one definitely grew on me, and that little guitar hooks really would caught me, you know, pretty good. I really dig it. It's definitely a grower. Gave that one an 8. Okay, coming at number 5, Good to Be Damned. What do you got, Mike?
I like this one, man. I gave this 7.5. Kind of bit on the slower side with that. It's got that Sabbathy kind of guitar groove in there. And just the only weird thing about it kind of breaks out in a little show tune towards the end of it. But there's so many. Oh my, it feels like there's so many damn instruments in this song. And it's like, you fit so many instruments without it sounding jumbled. It's really cool. I heard banjos, pianos, guitars, flutes, you name it. There's a shit ton of stuff going on in this song.
Yep. Good to be damned. I gave it a 7.25. This one opens up pretty cool. Reminds me of an old school tune. She has a real good voice, man. She really does. And the melody lines are pretty cool with some interesting movement in the melody lines. I like the gloomy music. This one's pretty good. Yeah. I like this one. Okay, coming to number 4. In the Shade of the Shadows. What do you got, Mike?
I gave this one an 8. This is a cool, really, really cool, slower song. I like the horns in this one, man. They're really, really cool. And all that stuff, that little, I don't know what you want to call it, like little angelic backing vocals going on there, just gives it a nice little touch, man. This is a good song. I gave this one an 8.
Okay, In the Shade of the Shadows, I gave it a 7.5. The song has a real nice flow to it. Good pre-chorus with some good backing vocals. The keyboard build-up to the chorus is really cool, and the chorus works well. This is a good song. Definitely a good song. Standout track on the record. Coming to number 3, Return to the Ellington. What do you got there, Mike?
I guess this will be the third part in the Ellington story. And I guess the first two were on her second album, Two Piece Puzzle. Yeah, I mean it's a cool song. It doesn't really, like it's not one I would put on to actually listen to, but it's got some cool stuff in there. I think I even hear some damn fiddles in there going on. So, definitely hits the music spectrum. This album. There's definitely a lot of instruments going on.
What did you give it?
I gave it a 7.5.
Okay. Return to the Ellington. I gave it an 8. I like this one. A little bit of ZZ Top style rocking on this one in the beginning. It sounds like there's some flute somewhere in there, maybe. It chugs along. It chugs along really cool. I like this one. I like this one a lot. I like the guitar riff. It's got some guts to it. Yeah, this one's definitely has replay value for me. Coming at number 2, Spook Racket. What do you got there for the old Spook Racket?
I like this one, man. This one's got a good groove in it. This one's a really cool song. And then when it gets to the end, I don't know, but there's just some really freaking cool stuff going on there. Yeah, very psychedelic and in the vein of Rosalie Cunningham.
Yeah. Spook Racket, I gave it a 7.6. I dig this one. It's really, really good. It's catchy. The groove is real good. It's on the plus side for me. This one's got replay value for me. This could have made number 1, maybe on a different day. So going on to number 1, we came to number 1, The Premiere. What do you have there, Mike?
8. I gave us an 8.25, and like you said, I could have easily switched this out with Spook Racket, and I just, man, something with that epic feel in the beginning with the drums. It sounds like that marching beat going on, and it's just she's singing over the top of it. It's just so epic sounding, and then towards somewhere around the middle, it just breaks out into this 70s groove. Really, really cool song.
Yep. I gave The Premiere an 8.25. It was my high score on the record. Me and Mike agree this was the best song on the record. I love the beginning of this track. It reminds me of a late 70s tune, kind of like early Cher. Remember how Cher sang in the beginning?
Yes.
Almost like Half Breed or one of those songs. Like, really, it's got the cool Cher going on, that 70s Cher. Yeah, not that one. No, not that one. And the mid change is great in the song. This is definitely my favorite song off the record. Okay, so Mike D gave Rosalie Cunningham to Shoot Another Day overall a 7.06. I gave Rosalie Cunningham to Shoot Another Day a 6.97, which gives the Mixtapes and Tasty Cakes total of a 7, which is good. 7's good. 7's worth checking out, listening to. It's a good rating. Okay, so Mike, your final thoughts.
At first, after listening to her other 2 albums for the past couple years now, I felt kind of let down on this one when it came out.
It's still early, though.
Right. It's still early. And, I know with the way this album is that I'll pick it up in a month or 2 and I'll probably love it. Because it's just, there's so much going on. There's so much to absorb. This is one of those albums you could put it on and probably just hear something new each time you listen to it. So there's definitely a good replay value, even though we gave it a 7. It's not like it's a garbage score. I mean, her stuff, it could take a little time to get used to and absorb and listen to. So I think this one's a grower. I mean, it probably even move up another point after another few listens.
Yep. My final thought is that the music's really good. It's chill. It's good music to chill to. It's relaxing. It could be background dinner music, but it's in that vein where you could just relax. The songs are decent. Her voice is great. The guitars are super cool through the whole thing. A lot of cool music going on. Overall, like I said, it's good, chill music. It got a 6.97 for me because it would be one of those records I would play the whole entire record. I have to be in the mood to put it on, and I would play the whole thing. I probably wouldn't skip nothing, to be honest with you. And yeah, if I'm looking to sit back and just take the calm in, I would definitely play this. This definitely be like on a Sunday, rainy Sunday. Perfect album.
Nice thing. You just put it on chill out, clean your house, whatever.
There you go.
Sit back afterwards and smoke a joint.
So Rosalie Cunningham gets a 7. Shoot Another Day. You can find it on Spotify and everywhere else pretty much. Mixtapes and Tasty Cakes. See you next episode.